Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. They go play action. Winston rolling to his left. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
On 2nd and 10, Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
Play fake. Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jameis again. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
First down, Winston. Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a...
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. There he goes left side. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air.
Jarvis Landry. Touchdown, Saints. Jarvis Landry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared, because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Bears. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll send Landry in motion right. Throwing on second and long. Winston. Flushed out right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw there, hauled in by Claypool. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 29 yards, first down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
On first down, it's Fields. Flush to his right. Right side, Claypool's got it. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Fields now to throw. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney as the first half is winding down. And the Bears have taken the lead here in the finals. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On first down, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Normally he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They snap it to Fields. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Fields throw here into the hands of Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That was the safety, Marcus May, who got the sack there.
Tried to create a little bit of that hocus pocus with some magic, But the defense, not impressed at all. They don't lose contain on this very dangerous runner, and they get a big stop.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Steps away to his left. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Here comes the Bears punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Hardy set to return. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play? Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas from 19 yards away. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
Now Winston. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
All right, they picked up yardage, but they've got to get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it. They've got 1 timeout left, want to save it.
And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Back to throw. Fields. Forced out to his left. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 28-yard line. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
This thrown quickly out to Jones.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. 74 yards rushing for him now as he was just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 40 now on second down. Fields. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Here's Fields.
Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Here we go on fourth down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
On second and 12, Fields escaping the pressure right.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He'll buy some time right.
Open man. He finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago.
As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
And this one is incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
In the hands of Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Jameis to throw it.
There's Chris Olave.
And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Coaches love the rack run after catch, especially here in overtime. Took the short pass, turned it into a big play.
And that's what coaches talk about when they talk to their teams about what overtime means. How many big plays have to be made?
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A 21-yard touchdown run. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Fields. Flushed out right. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 4th down, Fields. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Overtime with 2 minutes to play. We are in sudden death, but still all tied up. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That last pass puts him over 300 yards now in the game. More importantly, though, big first down here in OT.
And the team around him has a lot of confidence now after picking up that first down. Everyone seems a little more energized. But did I hear you before the game call in and say, this is my quarterback for your fantasy league? Because he just gave you a good stat, didn't he?
He did, and I appreciate it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And now the timeout comes in with just 1 second left in overtime. So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime. A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this with Charles would have been different, but ultimately